Hi, my name is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card. I'm actually also giving you a sneak peek of stamps that are coming out on Wednesday. So this creation is with the Sign Language Sentiments stamp set, and there's going to be two other ones we're going to highlight later. But there's one project and it's really quick, really cute, and I hope you love it. So let's get started. This is what it looks like close up. I was actually thinking about my husband today, so I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to make him my anniversary card. Granted, our anniversary is in June, 21 years, can you believe that? But I decided, let's get a start on it now so I don't forget or put it off, or you know how it works. Us crafty people, we get so many great ideas. I thought, let's go with it today. So, I'm going to put this aside. The supplies you're going to need are going to be your base card, the piece of paper that you're going to use as a background color, what you're going to stamp your sentiment on, a piece of paper to punch out your hearts, your punches, and they don't have to be the same exact kind of hearts. It could be any kind of hearts you have. You need your foam dots, small and large, or I'm going to show you a little trick on how to just use the large and make them smaller. We need I believe this is a 1/8, yeah, it's a 1/8 inch punch, and I'll show you what it looks like up close so you can see. It's not real small, and it's not a regular large, not a regular hole punch size. Okay. You have your stamping block, your ink, scissors to cut the twine, and you can, again, these are all design choices. If you wanted to use a different color twine, you could do that. If you wanted to use just ribbon, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay? Our regular adhesive and our stamp set. This is the Sign Language Sentiments stamp set. And I'll be showing you that more later. Anyway, so let's get started. We don't need all this here. All we need right now is the base and the foam dots. So let's do that. We'll get the bottom part put together. Okay. Now, so the first thing to do, which I've done this before, so I'm telling you this as a heads up because it's happened to me, I can't tell you how many times. Make sure that when you're working with a card, this is actually a 5x7 card, make sure that your card opens the way you want it to for your creation, because I can't tell you how many times I've made the creation and it's actually been like this, but it's facing the wrong way. So just a little heads up, might want to check it just to be sure before you get started. So, what I'm going to do, they're both the same size, they're both the same pattern on each side. One's a little darker, one's a little lighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take here some foam squares. Going to put them on the back. This is design choice, wherever you like to put them is fine. I used 6. And while I've got these out, I want to show you a little trick. I'm going to pull out my scissors. We're going to need a little foam dot later. Now there's foam squares, I say foam dot out of habit, foam squares, foam dots, any 3D adhesive that has foam. They come in a bunch of different sizes. These are the smaller ones, there's medium ones, there's large ones, there's all different kinds, foam tape, all different kinds. If you choose to, if you feel like you work with the larger ones the most, or you work with the smaller ones the most, whichever you prefer, you can always add a bunch of these and use those, or you can take one of these, and this is how I actually leave them on my sheet. I will cut them like so, and if I need a really small one, I'll cut it like this, just so I have that ready for the next time. So that's all ready to go for whenever I might need it for another project. Okay? So we're going to put that one aside because we are going to use that later. So just peel off the backing. Now these are sticky, meaning they're not sticky with glue, they're sticky with static cling, because for some reason everything's staticky today, so if they stick to my fingers, don't be surprised. Okay, throw those out. And then the placement, we're going to put it wherever we want. I chose to put it over here on this side because that's how I wanted to put my design. But again, you're welcome to do it whatever way you like. Push those down, make sure they're set to go. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to line it up to where I think that I would like the hole. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this hole right through both pieces of paper. This will save me some time later trying to line it up and everything. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking this. I think it's centered pretty well. I don't look at it this way because you can't see where you're putting the paper or where you're putting the hole on the paper. So I go like this, punch, and that's done. We're going to put this aside for later. Okay. So now we can get our little scratch piece of paper or whatever paper you want to use. We've got our 2 heart punches. We're going to punch out some hearts. You can do anything you want as far as the design of what kind of hearts you want. And as you can see, I love punches because they're really easy and they're fast, which is always good for a crafter, especially when we have these great ideas that we got to get done and don't have enough time doing everything else. So, woo! That was flying all over there. How about that? Okay. And let's do one more just for the heck of it. Okay, we'll put those aside. Okay, so we have our hearts done. On the original card, as you can see here, I only put 3, and I'm only going to put 3. I just did a few extra just in case I needed to get one got stuck or something. It's always, while you've got some, you might as well do a little few extra and you can keep them on the side for any project that comes up. Okay, so what we're going to do here, put that aside. We're going to stamp the sentiment. So we need your block, your stamps, and your ink. Okay, these are photopolymer stamps, so you just peel them right off. You peel them off like this. And see, they're clear on the, by design, they're clear and they're actually sticky. So they stick to an acrylic block, which is this. Let me just put it right on there. I'll show you that in a second. Okay. So put this aside. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up your sentiment. I'm going to start with the love. And this block has an etched line. Actually, it's a cross or a plus, whatever you want to call it. You can see it really good there. Here, this might be better. There we go. Okay. Okay. So we're going to put that right there. I'm going to line it up where I think it looks good. Okay. Then I'm going to line it up right below because it says love you, so I have 2 words to line up. Okay. And then what I do, just as a check, is I check to see what it looks like on the actual acrylic block, so I can see when I'm stamping it what it's going to look like, and if that looks okay. I think I need to tweak it just a little bit. I'm going to move it just up a little bit here. Now, again, a lot of people like to use the wood block stamps, which are basically, they come on a wood block like this and then their rubber stamps are underneath. I love those as too. I'm not sure where that came from, but I love those as well and too. There you go. I think they're great. I personally have enough problem trying to line up what I'm trying to do, so I prefer the acrylic block to put on the photopolymer stamps so that I can see exactly where I'm placing it. That's my preference. But they're all fantastic. I know in years past, people would say that the clear stamps weren't as detailed or couldn't give as good of a, stamped image. I definitely believe they can, and I'm about to show you. So We're going to stamp this way, or I've showed you before, we can stamp it this way. Either way works. I'm going to do it this way just to make sure that I've got all the ink on the sentiment. Okay, we're going to set it up right here and put the stamp down. Okay, and clearly it inked. That's what I usually do. If I have a stamp that is stuck to the piece of paper, I usually wait a few seconds and let it drop on its own. Reason being is because that way I don't have to worry about messing up any of the image that might be on there and still stuck with the ink, and smushing it or doing anything like that. That would be a bummer. So I'm going to put that aside and I will wipe that off later. You can clean your photopolymer stamps off with warm, I'm going to say it right this time, warm water and soap, or baby wipe. Now if you use baby wipes, just make sure that you get off any of the extra fuzz or something that would be from the baby wipe. So this is your stamped image. These are pretty detailed, and I think they came out fantastic. See that? So I think they're great. Okay, with that said, we're going to finish putting the card together. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out your regular adhesive. I call these tape runners. And you're going to put this on the back. Now on my original, because I do one before I do the demonstration, my original one I made a mistake. I'd pull it off, but it's glued down, and it's been a while. So I made a mistake on the first one. I kind of wobbled it and it didn't look right. So what I did was I actually stamped it on the back. So if you ever make a mistake, everybody makes mistakes all the time, especially me. So that's why when I do my videos, I do them in one shot. Otherwise, kind of seems like they're a little bit rehearsed, and I'm not a rehearsed kind of person. So if you ever do make a mistake, just remember, when you have one piece of paper, you really have two. You have both sides, okay? So we're going to line this up, and you remember, you punched out the hole already, so you want to line the hole up to where that's going to be so that you can make it work. Because what we're going to do, make sure that lines up. Sometimes it might be easier to put your finger underneath it so you can see exactly where the hole is. Okay, you push that down. Now, it may not seem like a big deal, but I think that just a little bit of twine or ribbon or just a little something always is helpful with a creation, especially with a card. It's just one of my go-to things for designs, so that's why you see a lot of twine in my designs. So this is really easy to do. So you just, since we lined up the hole already, you can see, actually you can see my finger right there, okay? We're just going to pop this little twine, I'm going to have to twist it first, through, and then we're going to pull it right out, okay? So that is what it looks like. We're going to pull it through. Now, everybody does bows differently. Now, what I've learned is when you're doing a bow, if you want the bow to go this way, tie it facing you this way. And if you want the bow to go this way, tie the bow facing you this way. It's opposite. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's the way I tie things or if that's just the way it is for everybody, but for me, that's how it works. So I want the bow to go this way, like it is on the sample here. So I'm going to tie it this way. So what I do is just twist that once, pull it, and I made sure I had plenty for my bow. Now, I normally, when I tie a shoe, I tie it like this and I do the wraparound, okay? When I do my bows for my creations, I do it with what they call bunny ears. And I do that because I think I get a cleaner, better bow. So that's what I'm going to show you to do here. So you take two, we call bunny ears. See if you can see that there. And then we just tie it around and then we pull. Okay? It's not going to be perfect the first time, but we can tweak that in a minute and I'll show you how I do it. I usually pull a little bit from this side, hold this part so it doesn't come undone. I pull this side, fix that. I pull that, push that down, pull that side, fix fix that, just so it looks presentable. Sometimes I could sit here for, 10 minutes trying to fix my bows, but we're not going to do that, and the twine doesn't feel like behaving, so we're just going to leave it the way it is. We'll pull it just pull a little bit more, flip it one more time, and if it goes back, it goes back. So then we're going to cut the ends. Snip. We got a snip there. Okay. Now, all we have left are the hearts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these little hearts. Now, the paper that I used is actually double-sided. It's double-sided color. So one's lighter than the other. I don't know if you can see it really well, but here, I'll show it to you this way. You can see this one's darker than this one. So for here, you can see there's 2 different colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pop dot on the brighter one like I did in the example, or the foam dot, or the foam square, or I'm just going to call them pop dots. I just can't help it. I think it was just because I was trained that way. So we're going to put that on the lighter side because I want the darker side to show. Okay, put that aside. And then I've got a few extras, like I said, so I'm going to put those aside too. And then I'm going to take the adhesive and I'm going to turn them on the darker side and just put a little bit of glue there. Oops, upside down. Okay, and then this one, and a little bit of glue here. You don't need a lot, and then I pick it up with my finger. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off the little piece of backing for the foam square. I remembered. I'm going to put it right here. I think that looks good. I'm going to take, now remember I put the adhesive on, so this is the side we want. The lighter side, or sorry, the darker side is the side that we want to stick down because we're not using that color, okay? So we're just going to put it down like this. Again, design choice, wherever you want to put them. You could put them up here if you wanted. You can put them all right here if you wanted. Right here, whatever you want. That's all a design choice, okay? And there is their creation. I think it came out really cute. It was pretty quick, and we're all set. Now, really quick, I want to tell you, like I said, we're having a stamp release. Just wanted to show you those. YouTube viewers get a little sneak peek of what's coming on Wednesday. So, like I said, this here is the Sign Language Sentiment stamp set. Okay. And then we have speech bubbles, which is great for any pocket scrapbooking, pocket page scrapbooking, any of that. Great for graduation, funny sentiments, whatever you'd like there. And they're larger, so they'd go great for scrapbooking. Or card making, actually, and I'll show you that in a minute. Then you have these for the card making, and these actually go together. This is the mini speech bubble, this is the regular speech bubble or large bubble, speech bubble. Okay? And this comes with sentiments, so you can use them on cards or just about whatever you like. Okay? So, there's your little sneak peek. And what I will be doing on, we're having a blog hop, so if you check out, go to our website, you can check out our website. We're going to be doing a little giveaway. Actually, we're doing a couple giveaways. Beginning on Wednesday is the blog hop, so you can check out our website and go to our blog and see what's going on there. And we're going to be giving out actual kit. A kit that will create one card, and it would also come with the stamp set that was made to use this. So I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you come on out and hop along and check out what we've got going on Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a great day. Thank you so much.